Let me ask you something. When was the last time you walked into a gym and didn't see a dozen guys crowded around the bench press? For many men, working out has become more about ego than efficiency. But what if I told you that the exercises most guys obsess over aren't necessarily the ones that deliver the biggest returns? There are 5 exercises that every man must be doing. No ifs, no buts. Not because they make you look cool or pump your biceps temporarily, but because they build real strength, transform your physique, and protect your body as you age. And no, this isn't one of those cookie-cutter workout lists full of trends. These are time-tested movements, backed by science, proven by results. And once you start including them in your routine, you'll feel the difference, not just in the mirror, but in your posture, energy, and long-term health. Let's start at the foundation, your legs. Most guys skip leg day, but here's the truth. They're missing out on the most powerful muscle group in the body. Not training your legs is like trying to race a car with flat tires. You might be revving the engine, but you're not going anywhere fast. And the king of all lower body exercises, the squat. Now, I'm not talking about those half-rep quarter squats you see people doing with twice their body weight loaded up. I'm talking about real, deep, controlled squats, where your hips dip below your knees and your core stays locked in tight. The squat isn't just a leg exercise, it's a full body transformation tool. It hits your quads, hamstrings, glutes, core, even your spine stabilizing muscles. And the hormonal response? Squats have been shown to increase testosterone and growth hormone, 2 of your body's best allies for muscle growth and fat burning. The beauty of the squat is its versatility. You can do it with a barbell across your back holding dumbbells, or just with your body weight. You can change the tempo, the stance, the depth, and still get amazing results. And as you get older, squatting keeps your hips mobile, your knees strong, and your balance sharp. Want to keep climbing stairs pain-free at 60? Start squatting at 30, or 40, or even 50. It's never too late. Now let's move upward. There's something primal about pulling yourself up. That's why the pull-up is next. It's the ultimate test of upper body strength. No machines, no cables, no fancy contraptions. Just you versus gravity. You can't fake a pull-up. Either you get your chin over that bar or you don't. That's why it's such a brutally honest and incredibly effective movement. Pull-ups target your lats, biceps, forearms, and core all at once. But they also train something most men don't focus on: control. They force you to engage every muscle from your fingertips to your abs just to keep your body stable. And the confidence that comes from being able to do a clean set of pull-ups, that's something no machine can give you. But here's the deal. Most men avoid pull-ups because they're hard. And yes, they are. But that's exactly why you need them. Start with assisted pull-ups if you have to. Use resistance bands, do negative reps. But whatever you do, don't skip this one. Pull-ups will sculpt your back, build powerful arms, and give you a physique that actually looks athletic, not just pumped. Speaking of real strength, we need to talk about the deadlift. If you had to pick just one movement that trains your entire body, the deadlift would be it. Think about it. When you pick something heavy off the ground in real life, what do? You hinge at your hips, engage your core, grip tight, and stand up. That's a deadlift. It's not just an exercise, it's a fundamental movement pattern that translates to everyday life. What makes the deadlift so essential is its simplicity. It's just you, the floor, and the weight. But that simplicity hides the complexity of what's happening during the lift. Your hamstrings are firing, your glutes are squeezing, your spine is bracing, your lats are locking down, and your grip is hanging on for dear life. This movement builds the kind of strength that stays with you for life. Not beach muscles, real-world power. And here's the part most people don't talk about. The deadlift is a massive posture corrector. If you work at a desk or spend hours slouched over a screen, deadlifting with proper form can literally reset your spine. It teaches you how to engage your back, stand tall, and carry your body the way it was meant to be carried. That's not just fitness, that's functionality. Now let's shift gears. If the deadlift is about raw power, the next exercise is about pushing yourself. Literally, the overhead press. Not the bench press, the overhead press. Why? Because while the bench press has its place, the overhead press is a more complete test of upper body strength. It demands stability from your core, coordination from your shoulders, and force production from your entire kinetic chain. Think about this. When was the last time you had to push something horizontally in everyday life? Now think about how often you reach for something overhead, lift it, or place it on a high shelf. The overhead press mimics real-world movement. It also balances your physique by developing the often neglected deltoids and traps, muscles that make your frame look broad and powerful, not just wide from the front. But there's more. Overhead pressing forces you to brace your core. Unlike the bench press where you're supported, the overhead press turns your whole body into a stabilizing machine. Your legs, your abs, even your glutes, all firing just to keep the weight above your head. It's raw, it's honest, and it builds serious functional strength. And finally, if you think core training is just about crunches and sit-ups, think again. The one movement every man needs in his arsenal for core strength, posture, and injury prevention? The farmer's carry, carrying heavy weight in your hands and walking with it. Sounds simple? Sure. Easy? Not even close. The farmer's carry is a true test of your grip, your traps, your shoulders, your core, your mental grit. When you pick up 2 heavy dumbbells and walk with them, your body has to resist twisting, leaning, and collapsing. That's core training in its purest form. Not lying on the ground doing bicycle kicks, but standing tall, owning the weight, and walking with control. Carrying weight also has a psychological effect. Makes you feel grounded, in control, capable. The act of holding heavy objects and moving with them is deeply human. It taps into something primal. And the bonus? It builds forearms, improves posture, strengthens your spine, and boosts your grip, all while torching calories. Farmer's carries will humble you, and they'll make you stronger than most gym machines ever could. Here's what's funny. Most of the exercises men chase, those endless curls, ab crunches, isolation moves, are fine, but they're not game changers. They don't build the kind of body that performs under pressure. They don't build the kind of strength that lasts into your 40s, 50s, and beyond. These 5 exercises: squats, pull-ups, deadlifts, overhead presses, farmer's carries. They're the blueprint, not for short-term muscle pumps, but for lifelong strength, confidence, and resilience. The kind of body that doesn't just look good in a mirror, but moves well, ages well, and lives well. Now, maybe you're wondering, what if I'm not strong enough to do some of these? That's exactly the point. These exercises meet you where you are and push you forward. Can't do a pull-up? Start with negatives. Nervous about deadlifting? Begin with lighter kettlebells. Struggling with overhead press mobility? Work on your form and shoulder health. What matters is that you start. You build slowly, you master the basics, and you stay consistent. Strength isn't built overnight. It's forged through repetition, through commitment, and through showing up even when you don't feel like it. You don't need 50 fancy exercises. You don't need to follow influencers doing circus moves with bands and Bosu balls. What you need is a solid foundation. 5 movements. Done well, done often. These are the pillars of a strong, capable man. So the next time you hit the gym, ask yourself, are you chasing ego or building strength? Are you collecting exercises or mastering the fundamentals? Because in the end, it's not about how much you lift, how you look under gym lighting, or how many followers you have. It's about what your body can do, how it moves, how it feels, and how it performs today, tomorrow, and 30 years from now. That's the kind of strength worth building. If this video opened your eyes to a better way to train, don't forget to like, drop a comment below about which exercise you've been missing, and subscribe for more no-nonsense fitness advice. The road to real strength starts now. Let's build it together.